kick this shit.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Straight down the middle with Greg and Zach. Today we get to do something fun like review a pinball machine. We haven't done that in quite some time. It's
been a while.
Oh, this is a game that you probably have more gameplay time on this than I do.
Yes.
More than likely.
Yes.
It's Stern Pinball's Rush.
Yes. I feel like I was always an advocate for this game. I always said this game is going to come back. This game is great. This game is amazing. This game is this. People said you are full of shit. You not know what you're talking about.
I don't even think they're making them anymore.
And I was right.
We'll see. We shall see. Were you a big Rush music connoisseur? Did you love Rush?
I always liked Rush.
Yeah?
But I wasn't like, I'm going to go buy a Rush record.
Never bought a Rush record?
No.
A CD?
Nope.
A mini disc?
Nope.
Okay. Did you download MP3 illegally?
No.
No? Nothing?
No. But I always liked Rush. It's iconic. Great band.
You appreciate
Slopping the bass.
the Getty. Yeah. I like the movie. But Rush, no. Did nothing for me, I thought, theme-wise.
pretty good.
Yeah. You remember who designed this game?
John Board.
John Borg did. This game came out, when was that? Early 2021?
Yeah, right at COVID.
Or 2022? Well, I think it was 2022. Yeah, end of 2021.
Yeah, because we just did, it won the award. So
Yeah,
that
John Borg designed it. Let's see. Code by Tim Sexton and Ray Day, our buddy Raymond Davidson.
Fantastic.
And then the art was a newcomer in pinball.
Yeah.
Michael Barnard.
Yeah.
I believe Barnard. I could be wrong. I wonder if Jerry did the
close.
sound. Jerry.
Well, Ed worked on. I don't
The
know who
music
worked with
or
him.
something.
Yeah, but I don't know. Who
yeah. From
Bare Naked Ladies.
yeah, that's right. He helped do some of the call outs or directed them.
Yes.
The band members of Rush to do some of that.
Which is kind of cool.
That was really cool.
I always like it when hobbyists like that put their job, Mark Silk,
Oh yeah.
that sort of thing, when they kind of intertwine into some of the stuff. It's kind of nice.
Whenever I got into pinball, I could have guessed 100 different themes that Stern Pinball would make. Rush wasn't one that I would have guessed.
Agreed.
But I think maybe all of Canada bought it
Yeah.
because they love that. I don't know overseas if they know Rush very well. So it was a moderate seller. I don't know if they're making them anymore. It brought with it, we're going to review kind of the premium LE version.
Yep.
We've got time on both. You have more time on a Pro. But you've played premium LE. Mixed for me. But
That's probably what I would buy.
Oh, really?
Maybe if I went back.
Yeah.
I kind of want the clock. I kind of want the ramp. I don't want the dead end. We'll talk about that. But
expression lighting on the LE.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
But you
probably
can
where
get
I'd go
that
premium. Yeah.
I gotcha. And Greg, before we jump into review this game, first I wanted to say a thank you, very special thank you to our special producer.
Ooh, yes.
Melvin.
Thank you, Melvin.
Or Marvin. What are we going to go with this time? Melvin. What was a Melvin? Wasn't that like when you pull that was a wedgie. What was a Melvin?
That was the front.
Oh.
Yeah.
The camel toe?
Yeah. Catch the wreck the sack.
Split it.
Yeah.
So thank you, Melvin, for all the support being a producer. And also, if there was a lot of supporters. Thank you all for the support.
Still just thinking about because I always imagine like an orange in a sock. It's just still in my head. I couldn't shake it.
I'm just thinking of the camel toe. If you want to help support us, many of you have through PayPal, shooting us over a donation.
Yes.
You can do so. PayPal at sdtmpinball@gmail.com. We don't have a Patreon yet. Maybe in the future. Who knows? People really dug our candle smelling video.
I thought it was kind of nice.
Our PSA grading, sports card grading. I think this one to get
a lot of you should buy those that go to some of these shows.
Oh.
Just saying.
I need to take you to Disney. You still haven't been to Disney.
No, I don't know a lot about
You're
Disney.
Universal, whatever. Yeah. Let's jump into it, Boney. We got art. Our grading scale goes, for those of you not familiar, goes just like you got in school. From an A+ all the way down to an F.
F. Oh. Nothing's worth an F.
Man.
I'm a supporter of
everybody. Some things might be. Now, this is a newcomer, Barnard. Art-wise, it got some mixed reviews when it came out because there's some good stuff about it, like the LE package.
Yeah.
We were doing the premium LE. LE package was nice. That
I like the back glasses.
steampunky
They're
kind
not
of
bad.
thing. But then then we got to the side art on the Pro.
Yeah.
It was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Because the characters didn't look the same as the playfield.
Yeah.
And then the big issue for people was the middle of that playfield, the artwork and animation of the 3 main members.
Yeah.
And I will say it was bad.
It wasn't great.
You gave it a B-.
But here's what I have to say.
Okay.
I always like throwing a little positivity is the cohesiveness of it, the whole steampunk feel, the direction of the art. I really liked.
Okay.
It fit. Like, I thought it lended itself well to the display and animations, which we'll get into.
The owl on the back.
Yeah, I thought the owl, I think that it was really good. Again, I thought the translights the back glasses were all really good.
A lot of art that was integrated from the album covers.
Yes. So there was very good theme integration for that. Like, everything felt really good and cohesive. So that's why I wasn't too harsh on it and wasn't too mad about it, because the guy did a really good job of piecing it all together.
Colors weren't too loud.
No, exactly.
They were
felt good.
Time of period appropriate.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you gave it a B-. So that's kind of low.
It's
kind of low, but still decent.
Yeah.
I'm at a C+. Even a little bit lower than that is the killer. Like the animation right in the middle, Greg, for me.
Yeah.
It's just a killer.
Yeah, Play-Doh.
That's where you look at. You look at those, and I know the band probably approved of it and said this is the direction we want to go. But in my opinion, there's some times where Stern Pinball's the experts, and the artist is the expert in artwork. So if that was their decision, I would say, with all due respect, I know that's you on there, but we know pinball and what people want, and that's not what people want.
Yeah, you have to be careful because you still want something that's very inviting. You know, like Dirty Donnie did a really good interpretation of some things.
Yeah.
You know, even you
Metallica
take
and Aerosmith.
Yeah, like even when Jeremy did Ghostbusters, they were a little Play-Doh-y and funny looking, but they were still rendered very, very well. Like there was something that was still very visually pleasing about it. These guys are it's just a little.
And I still think it was
a
slight
miss.
I still think it was the band choosing this, because I don't think that would have got past the art director over at Stern. I don't think it would have got that high up the chain without the band pushing.
Hey, you never know.
I could be wrong.
But it's not terrible. It's just not.
You just like the cork going in the little hole.
So weird.
Look quirky.
So weird.
All right, so artwork we're not high on. Let's see if this review gets any better. Shots and layout.
Yeah.
Oh, you loved it.
I loved it. Hey,
You're an A.
Yeah. I honestly think it's one of Borg's best shooting games.
Really?
Yeah, because Borg got into this got into this weird phase thing, I think, a little bit, to where he's making some incredibly tough shooting games. You take like Guardians, very closed off shots, very tight shots. Turtles, very tight shots, very fast.
This is a better shooting Turtles.
Better shooting Turtles. Because Turtles was a good layout, but Turtles was
brutal.
Freaking brutal, man. And there's a few people that's going to disagree with that in the entire world. But this is a better shooting Turtles. It's still got that good layout.
Some tricky shots to it. Walking Dead was not an easy shooter.
No, but Walking Dead was just fast. Walking Dead was still good, clean shots. They weren't too closed off, too tight. You could hit those shots, I feel. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it was rough in that aspect, but he started to get really tight last few games.
I think you told me you like it tight. You don't like it tight? You like it a little open?
Sometimes you just need it a little easier. Just a little easier.
Just a little.
A little easier.
Yeah.
Not so much work.
It's
just a little easier.
Slide and glide.
Yeah.
And that's what you can do on Rush.
Yes.
It is a better shooting Turtles.
Yes. Yes. It's a good layout. There's not even really any shot. Through the pops is you can shoot that pretty
you
decent.
Almost convinced me.
Yeah.
I'm going to B+. I think the reason I love it, I do think it is somewhat superior to Turtles in the way it shoots.
I agree.
I love the ramps. I love the where the shots are at.
Yes.
The reason it fell out of an A- to a B+ for me was that damn scoops.
Really?
Borg and his scoops.
I don't mind those scoops. I like that. I like to be able to hit that side scoop and then you get that other. I like it.
Or hold the flipper up and it rolls in.
Yes.
There.
I don't think it's
scoop's
bad.
enough.
No.
2 scoops.
I don't think it's bad. It wasn't like the most innovative thing, but it's not bad. Like, it works. And I love when that's the only shot I need, or I need to spot a shot and that's the shot. Like, I just like being able to it's ease.
And the other thing is, I like that Borg has a style. He's got a style.
He does.
If you look at his games, some argue a little too similar of a style between games, right?
Yeah.
This scoop is right the same damn spot as it is every one of Borg, like Aerosmith, Indiana Jones has that damn scoop, the same spot. No. So I've got to knock it off a little bit there. And a B+, you're lucky. Maybe a B. But it is maybe one of his smoothest shooting games. We're lucky we're not rating the Pro because that dead end shot instead of the buck, that is a travesty.
It's not terrible, but it does kill it. Something just doesn't feel right about it. You wouldn't think that it would feel as bad as it does, but it truly kind of feels bad.
Mm-hmm. So one of John Borg's best shooting games, I think we'd both agree on that.
Yes.
Rules and Code.
Ooh.
Rules and Code, I'll start.
Yes.
A B+.
Okay.
A B+. Now, for me, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's pretty good. It's not as high as your grade.
Yeah.
You're smarter when it comes to rules than I am, so you may have been able to uncover more than me. I appreciate the depth of this. I appreciate the technicality of this code. This is a competitive pinball player's dream type of game because the details are there in this game. You're at an A.
Well, and that's why I liked it. So it's one of those things, like with Ray Day doing it, it's one of those things that like, I love the modes. The modes were very unique, and that's what kind of took me by surprise. It's like you said, so it's got the depth, it's got the complexity that someone that likes tournaments,
multiplayers, you're stacking, you're really trying to build.
But he also took the time, instead of doing something that was just for tournament players, the codes are like, the modes are fantastic, man.
Yeah,
like
they
working man, working through the clock, and you're doing the clock, and they're long modes. Like there's a lot of shots in those modes, and it's not the easiest shooter. Like I said, it's not as hard as Turtles. It's not anything like that, but it's still not a super easy shooter. But you do have some flow, so you start comboing those shots, and you knock out 8-10 shots that you need. It's not Elvira amount of shots, but there's still a lot of shots, and the modes are just unique. They're all different from each other. Oh my god, they're fun. They're amazing to work through. Like I love every mode in that game is unique, and it's for the home player too, not just a tournament player.
And I assumed that getting a band game, we're going to get flat modes.
Yes.
And when
it's
I
just
first
all the
playing
music. It's just about music.
I thought that's what we were going to get, and you kept pushing me like, no, pay attention a little bit more to the modes because there is some dynamic storylines within these modes. They match what the song is kind of talking about, Red Barchetta, and the different things. So I do appreciate that, and giving it a B+, I bumped it up towards that because of things like that.
Yes.
I also appreciated that left drop bank. Left drop bank reminds me of Walking Dead, where it's roving through and you're trying to collect the different instruments for things. I think it's a bit more convoluted than Walking Dead in that respect.
Yes.
But
Walking Dead was very clear on what you were doing with that. Yes.
But that it's still there. So Ray Day he overthinks about these things sometimes for better and worse. So we get such deep code when it comes to Tim Section Ray Day games. But for me, the reason it's not an A is because I'm confused.
And you're not alone.
Pull me in.
You're not alone, and a lot of
it's just rushed.
And I think that's why that it took so long. We've discussed this before. I think that's why it's taken so long for this game to elevate to where it is.
Oh yeah,
is because like when I first stepped up to it, I was like, I have really no idea what's going on. I don't really get this. And it's literally collect your 3 records. Your time machines let you shoot the damn thing. But for some reason, it was still just confusing the hell out of people, and even getting through some of the modes and stuff. And the modes were a little confusing because I discussed this one time before, and I believe they fixed it.
The progress bar,
everything was just so small that I couldn't keep. I didn't even really know what I needed to do.
You recommended that, and they implemented it.
Yeah, I was like, you just need something a little more to get me excited. And so until you learned the modes, like I feel like you couldn't really step up to this if you were a very casual pinball player. You couldn't step up to this on location and really grasp it very well because it took me a minute. And there, like you said, you haven't like thrown yourself into it, but it still didn't grab you because of that. I've heard other people say they were lost in it, but once you do know it, and it clicks really quick, you're just like, oh my god, this is phenomenal. Yeah. Okay, now I see what these modes are, but they just weren't prevalent at first in your face.
So much different. Like if you combo, then build it up to hit your last shot.
Well, and it depended on what mode too. Some of the modes you needed to combo, like to cash it out, those sort of modes. Like, oh man, I love the code. I love the code.
Here's the thing, feeling wise, I'd give this code like a C. Yeah, I would, man.
What?
But the reason I've given it a B+ is because the technicality behind it. It is objectively a great coded game, great rules game. And I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to give the coding department and the team over at Stern Pinball working on Rush a lot of credit here. I think the reason this game sells and has sold as well as it is, not because of the theme, not because of the art, not because of the layout, it's the code. I think the code is what sells.
I do agree with that. I agree with that.
And continues to make this game popular.
I wish I still had it so that you could say, because you still haven't given it that chance to get to know it like I was trying to explain. Like, I wish I had it and you come over here for about 4 hours and we just play that game straight for 4 hours and then like get into some of the modes and let me talk you through it. Yeah, because you had to do that with Hobbit.
I know.
I couldn't get that away. For some reason, Hobbit just didn't click with me until you explained to me the Hobbit. And I was like, oh, okay.
There it is.
Yeah, and I think that
Willy
that's
Wonka
what
the same
you
way.
mean.
Like,
well, yes.
Oh, okay. There it is.
Yeah, Willy Wonka is
maybe Rush would be like that, but man, I just don't care about that theme. We'll talk about that here.
That's good.
So, toys and innovation. One of our favorite categories.
Love it.
That's pinball for you. It's physicality, baby. Toys and innovation. I'm higher than you are this one.
I don't get it.
I'm an A-, you're to B+. Yeah, well...
We're not far off. That's not far.
I think sometimes, during pinball games, you don't get as much in there as you want to.
No.
But with the premium LE version of Rush, you get a lot. You get the time machine.
Yeah.
I love that magnet. With
nice.
The bobbly.
Yeah.
And it can bobble back, it can bobble up, it can bobble trickle out.
Okay.
The ramp's going up and down. I like the clock. You got the diverter. I love that diverter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the physical ball lock behind the 3-bank. That's damn cool too. 3-bank drop targets. And on the LE, you get expression lights. I'm going to throw those out.
Oh, see, I wouldn't have taken it into account.
Wait a minute. That's part of it.
See, so for me, I'm like, okay, it's cool. Like you said, like the time machine, it's a nice piece.
Yeah.
It is fun when it catches the ball, but I'm like, Lord of the Rings, the ramp. Okay, the ramp.
They call it the washing
Like,
machine.
that's nice. It does look like a washing machine. And then, like, I do like the clock. The clock is stupid enough. I want the clock.
Tells time.
Yes,
cool.
I want the clock.
Yeah.
But again, it wasn't anything that like wowed me, and it was super interactive. I mean, again, you're shooting
There's
it through
no
and
big
it
central
holds,
toy that really engages.
To me, that magnet, while it's cool, it's really not that much different to me than just a magnet on the playfield that's going to grab the ball
like Austin
and hold
Powers.
it. Yeah, so. Like, I'm just not like blown away by the toys. They're good, they're fun, like, and it fits. Like, I wouldn't want anything really any more complex in there, but again, it just.
I still think expression lighting that helps make this game.
Oh yeah, I mean, it makes all those fucking music pins. So
you can't talk about toys and integration without talking about the expression
yeah, but
lighting.
it's only on it. Well, no, because I mean, you can put them on.
You can put them on a phone.
Yeah, so
if they ever make them.
But I mean,
if they ever make them.
Yeah, but I mean, that's still. I'm gonna say that's
doing
more.
tech stuff. Have you ever had to mess with fixing expression lights?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Is that a bad thing or frequent?
No.
There's been a lot of kits on games.
Very infrequent. Like I've maybe only had 2 sets. One of them was just a node board issue, which was very
Simple
rare.
enough.
And I think the other one is going to be still working it out, but I'm pretty
Cold
sure that
solder or
it's
something?
maybe a board issue as well.
Okay.
But no, nothing bad for as many kits. Like it's not throughout everything else. And that was one of those was on maybe a Led Zeppelin.
Okay.
So nothing crazy, honestly.
Not horrible. Music and callouts. This is a very special game for Stern Pinball in that they were able to get the actual band members to offer callouts for this game.
I love the callouts.
That's huge.
Yes, and
Plus,
they're personable.
They're fun.
They're fun.
They're fun. They're tongue-in-cheeky Canadian style.
Yes.
So and plus the music of Rush. It's a music game, so it's hard to rank low music games just because it's rock. It's great music.
Yes.
It's really good music. But Bare Naked Ladies. Yeah. Ed
Robertson.
Ed Robertson was kind enough. They contracted him out to direct and help the band of Rush. It was a dream of his because he's a huge Rush fan. Dream of his to work with Rush to do this because Ed loves pinball.
Yes.
Andy loves Rush.
Yes.
Boom.
Music.
Ed's
pinball.
helped on Black Knight, sort of Rage.
Did a good
He's
job
helped on a couple of games. So he's a big guy.
It's just like you said, though. These callouts are fun, and honestly, they do a better job than what some actors do when they go and they're asked to do callouts.
No, you're right. You're absolutely
because they're
right.
enthusiastic. They fit. They fit the call. It's not just saying it. It's not just saying it for a phrase like multi-ball or anything
They're
else.
getting into it.
They're into it, and it fits very well like they were acting in a particular scene.
You
like
were at a solid
fits
A.
that scene. Yeah,
solid
I liked
A.
it.
I'm at an A-. I'm not mad at
and
it.
I still like their music a lot, so I'm like you. Like it's hard to get away. I mean, I'm not like you. You give it low, but I'm like you in the context of it's hard to give it anything bad because it's
what about
Rush
display and animation though? I think we're both pretty high on it. You're an A-. I'm a B+.
Yeah.
It's for what it is. That's where I give it credit. For
Yes.
Rush, what are you gonna do for Rush?
Yes.
But they found a way to animate original animation for the modes.
Yes.
That are very well done, very clean looking.
Very clean.
The UI, the display, has all the information that you want.
Yes.
Now with the progress.
And some of their better 3D renderings of things. There are some things that they've done a lot.
I think about the
better.
albums flying through the space.
Yes,
and
it
stuff
looks
starting.
Yes, it looks
That's
really
cool.
good. It's hands down like a step above like when they were doing Black Knight and some stuff like that.
Some of their cleanest work.
It really is.
Plus, you get some of the band members in there too,
Yes.
in the concerts and different things. So,
But it's not overdone. It's not just a concert. It's telling that story, and they did very well telling the stories within those modes and everything in between. Like I don't know. I think
Stern's going to start giving JP DeWin a run for his money, just with
They're
how
getting better.
they're integrating a lot of their
Yes.
UI or GUI or whatever you want to call them. So we're both at display and animation. You're at A-,
Yeah.
and I'm at a B+.
Yes.
B+. So for me, the reason
Not
it
bad.
wasn't an A is because, again, lack of character. I'm getting lack of character stuff. Like, Deadpool, you got him popping up, right?
Okay.
You got more of a storyline and a cohesive storyline on some of the other games with that animation. So that's kind of where I'm at. It's clean. It's a B+.
I see what you mean, but that's a little harsh.
Maybe I just don't like Rush.
Yeah, that's just that's grasping at straws on that one.
Well, let's talk about it then. Theme. What
Chrome it, brass it, black nickel it, candy chrome it, powder coat it. The possibilities are endless at pinballplating.com. Your pinball machine deserves the best. At Comet Pinball, you'll find the best variety of LED products with the best quality LEDs, and most importantly, at the best price. Your collection is begging for an upgrade. Order yours now at cometpinball.com. Check out Pin Graphics for the latest and greatest in pinball enhancements, power blades, blade skins, pin blades, and even more. Visit pingraphics.com now to see what's available for your pinball machine.
Theme-wise, you like Rush. You're at A-.
Yeah, it's still Rush, man. They're so iconic. Their music's iconic. Like it's just
Until you try
Rush.
to name 5 songs.
They're all modes. That's modes.
That's right. 2112.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying it's not bad. And look, so listen, I think it's one of those things. You will disagree with this, and you'll disagree with every bit of this. But it's like Iron Maiden. Like I don't think a lot of people. I mean, I think Iron Maiden was despised more than this for the most part. Like not despised, but just didn't care about it. But I think that pinball machine made a lot of Iron Maiden fans, and I think honestly this took a lot of Rush fans or a lot of people that just casually listen to Rush, and I think that it elevated them to like, hey, you know what? Now I'm going to actually listen to Rush. Not just going to listen to it and enjoy it when it's on the radio. I'm going to put on some Rush.
I agree with you to a really big extent because Iron Maiden, I hated that theme more than I did Rush walking into the pinball games.
Yes.
But leaving them, I'm more of a fan of Iron Maiden now than I was, than I am a Rush fan after. Because I liked Rush. I appreciate it more now. But Iron Maiden, I came in hating it, but I really actually don't mind Iron Maiden music.
Which honestly, I think it's one of those things that intellectual property wise, yes. I think that a lot of people really need to listen to that and consider that. I know they don't care because it's dropped. It's just not very many people. I understand that. But from a perspective of if you're trying to get followers, whether it be for a film, it be for a band or anything else, I do think pinball really does help in that. As long as
they say you haven't made it, and you haven't made it until you have your own pinball machine.
Yes, and I think it really does help. I mean, I think their album sales, ticket sales. I mean, let's take you sell. How many Iron Maidens do you think that they sold?
Oh, geez,
8,000.
At least 5,000, I'd guess.
Okay.
So around 5,000.
Let's say
maybe.
5,000 or 6,000.
Maybe at least 5,000.
5,000.
5 to 10.
5 to 10. So let's cut it and say 7.
Okay.
So you got 7,000 people now that they
machines.
sold, and those are Iron Maiden fans, whether they were before or they're after.
That's true.
And now you go buy tickets.
Well, not only buying
their concert.
the 7,000, playing it on location.
Yes.
You don't have to become a fan just to,
no.
Like you're like, oh, shit, I like this
And now
music.
you want to go to a concert and you sell, let's just say you sell 1,000 tickets more that year. That's good. That's pretty solid in ticket sales. Like, 2,000, 3,000 more.
It's a tangible product that is for brand recognition that you can have in places.
Yes, yeah.
It's tangible.
Yeah.
And it tells a story more so than a lunchbox, more so than a poster or anything like that.
I would have never thought about going to an Iron Maiden concert. I loved them, but I didn't I was like, whatever. And I about went to Columbus the day after vacation last year and drove 3 hours to Columbus to go see their show.
I'd go to a Maiden concert with you.
Oh, well, I should ask you. I didn't think about that. You hate them, son of a bitch.
But I don't hate them, but I just
we're going Iron Maiden now. Hell yeah.
All right, theme, you're an A-. I am at a C.
Oh, fuck.
Solid C. Man.
Well, we're not going to a Rush concert.
I mean, I will just get fucked up. Rush, you would have to
That's a different kind of fucked up.
because Iron Maiden, I feel like you're getting drunk. You're really, you're partying.
Rush,
you're tripping.
Yeah, Rush is a different kind of fucked up.
You find some shrooms or something. Yeah.
Rush is different.
I don't want to do shrooms at a Rush concert.
No.
But C, I'm sorry. I'm going to have the same Iron Maiden angry people that come after me. No. There's so much better music out there. Give me fucking Lizzo over
your
Rush.
Opinion, man.
Tupac. Enjoyability. You really enjoyed this game. A-.
Did.
This is a solid game for old Greg Bone.
I had it for a little over a year.
You loved it.
I did.
You did love it. Enjoyability, I enjoyed it so much. It's a solid B.
Okay.
Solid B.
I can see you.
I like shooting it. I like playing through the modes. I don't care enough about the theme, or the code didn't pull me in enough to care about more strategy than that.
Okay.
Baseline B. It's a great shooter. It looks pretty, and it's hard for me not to enjoy playing band games because they rock.
Yeah,
they're fun.
Yeah, even if you're not super into the music, it's great. It's
B
a good
is as high as it goes for me.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Cumulatively speaking, we put it all together, and Greg Bones got him an A game. It's an A- for you.
Oh, you B+.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. All the B+ haters out there. Greg Bones B+.
This one skipped through.
Yeah, for me, it's not a B+ or an A-. It's a B.
That's solid. That's still not bad.
I think it's just where it ranks for me.
I think that's fair.
Now, pay attention to things like for you, if you go to some of our highest weighted categories, shots and layout, rules and code are each 20% of our grid, as well as enjoyability. When you look at a game like Rush, for you, shots and layout A, rules and code A, enjoyability A-. That tells you a lot about how you like playing this game.
Yes.
Maybe not the
100%.
theme, maybe not the music, just how much you like playing this game. When you go to me, shots and layout B+, rules and code B+, technically it's good, enjoyability B, comes out to be a B.
Well, because for people who are new to the show, or honestly, it's for a lot of you who watch regular and still want to complain and cry.
Some of them love us, like that dude loves us.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Look at what matters, because you take something like a theme that might not just be real wild, and that might not matter to somebody else, and you give it a C. Well, that drags that grade down. So you don't want to look at that overall grade. You want to look at what's important to you in that game, or it might just have
Walking Dead's like one of my favorite games ever. It's just so ugly.
It's so ugly.
Knocked it down. That should be like one of my highest.
It should be one of the best games in the world.
But objectively, it just kind of
So you have to look at what's important to you and how you like. If you don't really care about callouts or anything else, or you don't really care about the LCD, the animations, things like that can really drag that score down, depending on how bad they are.
Yeah, because me, I think more objectively, it is a B. That's what my grade came out to be.
Yes.
But I talked about things like code not pulling me in. It feels like a C. It doesn't. Theme C. I don't really care about it much. So that tells you a lot as well.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's Rush Pinball. You think?
Rush.
You think they're going to make Rush again? I don't think they're going to.
I don't know if they will.
They have no plans. No plans to make Rush.
I mean, I think it really went on that upswing and it sold and went really well, but then it plateaued. Like I said, I just don't think there was still enough people giving it a chance. I think a lot did that plays pinball, but I don't know if they will.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Let's see. So here's what you do. Go out, play Rush for yourself, or purchase Rush Pinball by Stern Pinball. You can purchase through Flippin' Out Pinball. If we still, I think we might have used ones here and there.
Yeah.
They float in. But purchase through us at flippinoutpinball.com.
It's definitely worth owning.
And comment down below to let us know your thoughts, not only on our reviews and your takes on that, but what you think about Rush Pinball, or even Rush as the band. Are you a big Rush fan?
Yeah.
Or do you like...
Tell us why they're iconic.
Yes. Are you Canadian?
Hey.
Are you really that nice?
We have a lot
I've met
of
some asshole
friends.
Canadians lately.
There are some assholes.
You know what? They're fake. They're fake in a good way. A lot of those asshole Canadians. But uncover the layers and you're like, oh, you're an asshole just like me.
It's a Canadian onion.
Layers.
You headed off with the bumper, now you're straight down the middle, yeah. You had with a slingshot, you're rolling out the outlet again. I try to cradle you.
That's not bad. Don't move. Because it probably won't.
Oh, that. Oh, bro.
Boom. Got it. Look at that.
Yeah,
Boom.
they're real long. Chelsea's been there.
So nice of me. What a friend pulling eyelashes.
Dude, her and her little friends are like fucking gremlins, dude. Like, they just like, did you hear that shit? Like, that's not even humans. That's not even human.
Why? What are they doing? I didn't hear.
They just like, I'm like, what is going on? I hear that all night long. Damn, dude.
Is it like one of their things?
No, no, because I mean, like, they even talk like gremlins when they're
A couple
even
years
speaking
back,
English.
my daughter would do like baby talk with her friends, and I would just make fun of them all the time. It was like borderline like cringe. I would make fun of them.
I have an adult friend that does that, and it's the worst thing that could ever come out of her mouth.
Well, at least it's a woman though. It's a That's true. If it was a boy, oh great, you're not happy. At least it's a woman.
I'd probably punch somebody.
That's right. It's great you want to go to lunch today.
Like, no, shut up.
Yeah, I hate you.
Yeah, like,
In business, I bite off more than I can chew. I almost swallowed, or I almost choked the other
Good for
day.
you.
Well, same thing, right? When's the last time you nearly choked? I almost choked.
I don't know. Like, I got a lot of saliva, and like, so I fucking aspirate all the time because I get all excited. I'm like, yeah.
No, I almost choked. It wasn't like a dry. It was a meat curtains. No, it wasn't. They always remind me of meat curtains. It was loose. It was
Roast beef?
Yeah, but it was like a sandwich, and it was grilled with cheese and stuff, and the bread, and it went partially down. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
It's the thing, like, when you immediately think, shit, who's around that's going to help me? Because I'm about to, I don't know which way this is going to go here.
I always feel like a lizard or a snake. You know, like when you're watching National Geographic and it's like, or alligator, and it's just like, just swallows. When it gets in there, you don't know what to do. So you're just like, is it in a lung? Is it going to go to my stomach? Like, usually you're like,
Those things look so stoic, but you can still tell in their eye, like, they're starting to freak out a little bit. Like, uh-oh.
and you know nobody jumps up and still does it. And they're like, we gonna wait till this motherfucker fully chokes before we try to save him.
It's true, though.